Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Random Hunts in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. It's currently part, 52 I think, for the video series here. And of course, well not of course, but for your information, it is the 11th of December 2018. We're just going to be hunting a Nargacuga here, which should be pretty good. But of course, I want to keep you guys entertained, so I will see you guys once we are in the hunt. Alrighty, so here we are. This is in the old swamp, which is actually one of my favourite areas in the Monster Hunter series. It's actually really, what's the word? Atmospheric. Because you just sort of walk around and you've got all these background noises, and I'd like to demonstrate it, but I also don't want to sit here in silence and risk boring you guys, but yeah, you can't really hear it right now, but you can sort of hear it from time to time. But anyway, yesterday, or I suppose it was technically today, very early this morning today for me, there was the Monster Hunter World update stream, which was basically revealing Iceborne, which is supposed to be the expansion for Monster Hunter World, which will include G-rank content and stuff, so yeah, that should be pretty good. I think Nargacugas start... Oh, I don't have Psycho Serums, you're kidding me. I also don't have paintballs. I'm about to shit myself. I haven't even prepared for this quest. What a surprise. I mean, this is pretty much every single hunt that I do. I do not prepare for my fucking quest because I'm too busy getting the recording started. Anyway, it's really annoying, actually. I wish I would stop doing that crap. But anyway, so, yeah, point is... Oh, there we go. I had a feeling that Nargacuga would hang around in this area. I don't think I've really fought Nargacuga here before. I don't really want to host this hunt for these guys, but anyway. Because, of course, in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, the quest host is simply the person who was first in the area with the monster. And right now, like, my connection isn't the best, so yeah, these guys are going to suffer a little bit, but it'll be better for you, the viewers, because you won't have bad connection as far as viewing the hunt, so yeah, you won't have bad connection. No, you won't, because you're not currently hunting, so you can't possibly have bad connection. Anyway, so yeah, I uploaded a video yesterday which was a snippet of my live reaction of... Well, I uploaded a video early this morning if we're going to get specific about it. But anyway, yeah, it was a snippet of my live reaction to the live stream, and it was... Oh god, because honestly, I can't believe that they decided to do that Witcher 3, what's the word, collaboration. It's just awful, because the thing is, it's not just an armor, and it's not just a weapon. They've actually brought the character into the game, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm used to hunting monsters, this is cool for me, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's just unbelievable, honestly. Anyway. So, that was not exactly a highlight of the stream for me. It's a highlight if you consider how entertaining it is to watch my reaction, but it's not a highlight in terms of good content, so yeah, anyway. The entire stream was just filled with stuff that I wasn't really interested in, because arch-tempered monsters are not my bag. I'm not really interested in fighting the same monster but stronger when the game already has such a small amount of content, so yeah. That sort of update does not interest me, especially when we're talking about Kultaroth, who is a monster that I've already fought a crapload of times. Noguchi, please don't disconnect. Please survive. Survive my connection, please. Survive my connection. There we go. Someone else can host the hunt now, because I've just left the room. That's pretty much how it works. It's quite crazy. But, anyway. Alright, now you'll probably have a lagging Nargacuga to watch. I can't speak English, but anyway. But yeah, regardless, I fought enough Kultaroth already. I don't really want to hunt a arch-tempered version. I really do not want to. I mean, yes, I get better rewards, but I'm just not interested. See this crap? This is what I'm talking about. There's a good example of the fact that the first person who, or rather, the host does shift depending on who's in the room, so yeah, anyway. This is what I didn't want you guys to see, because it's not as entertaining to see this crap, but anyway. Maybe it will end up being more entertaining, because you get to see me get annoyed with this crap. But anyway, the Kultaroth business is not something that I'm interested in, because I've already hunted it enough, and I really don't care about the payoff of having rarity 7, you know, these rainbow weapons. I'm not interested at all. I really couldn't care less about them. So, yeah. Long story short, that is not the end game that I'm looking for. It wasn't the end game that I was looking for in 4 Ultimate, and it's not the end game that I'm looking for in World. So, fuck it. Anyway, please stop. Of course, it's very difficult to get out of the way of that tail. That's one thing about Nargacuga that has remained from this game. This is Nargacuga's first game. And that is the big hitbox on the tail. Of course, big hitboxes are a bit of a theme of this game, but they kept it for the later games with Nargacuga. Very big hitbox on that tail. But anyway, I would say that the regular tail swipe also has greater range. This tail just seems to be really, I guess, elastic, if that's the word to use. It really reaches quite far. But anyway, I've been taking a lot of damage here, but regardless. Iceborne, how do I feel about Iceborne? The thing with that is that it seems really stupid that they're treating it like a full-on MMO, like an expansion with a name like Iceborne. It just seems really cheesy to me, but... Well, not cheesy. Not as cheesy as the Witcher 3 thing, but... yeah, I'm not too terribly interested in that. Seems that I've gone the wrong way. Oh, well. I mean, I haven't really gone the wrong way, I've just gone the long way. I hope you're pinging for a trap and not telling me, the monster's here. Because if you're pinging me to say the monster's here, then you really don't need to, but, anyway. You're pinging for a trap, good. Because the thing is, in the older games, you don't actually get an on-map, what's the word, indicator that there is a trap down. So you really do have to ping for the trap, otherwise you just go without seeing it at all. It's frickin' Cianator. Let's go and attack the head here. Well, I'm slowly but surely moving away from the head. But yeah, Iceborne is weird. I don't like the name of it. It sounds really typical, and it's like, that would be a good joke. If I wanted to make a joke about Monster Hunter World pretending to be an MMO, that's a name I would come up with, you know? But anyway, that's whatever. Because it's just such a stereotypical MMO expansion name. It's like, Blizzard could have come up with that shit. Especially considering Blizzard likes ice-related stuff with the name Blizzard. But, anyway. It's an easy thing for me to nitpick about. I'm sure the content will be good, because that game is needing content. As far as how long it'll take for it to come out, I don't know. They're saying, what were they saying? Were they saying autumn next year? I don't know. It's not going to be autumn for me, basically, because they're... But once again, I don't know if they're talking about Northern or Southern Hemisphere. I really have no idea. But, most likely Northern, I would suggest. So... Oh. Because most people are in the Northern Hemisphere, you see. This Nargacuga is having a bad day, as you can tell. I don't know if we want to go for a capture or not. No one has actually told me whether or not they want to capture. Maybe capturing was the intention. But, anyway, we've gone and dealt with that Nargacuga. That's right, the tail was cut, so I'm going to go and see if I can find that tail in that, I guess, wheat field. I don't even know what to call that, but the long grass. It's going to be hard to find it, basically. So I'm just going to go around spamming circle, seeing if I can actually find it. But anyway, yeah, definitely World is in need of some ice locations so that we can actually have hot drinks, because it's kind of ridiculous that we didn't have hot drinks, but anyway. What concerns me about World is that it was rushed out the door. The game should have come out next year, in 2019, not this year. It should have been early 2019. They needed more time to work on the game. Arch-tempered monsters should not be expansion or updates. It should be part of the base game, you know. Locked behind some sort of completion requirement, like get to a certain hunter rank or defeat this monster a certain number of times. It's kind of ridiculous to me that that is passed for content update. So I don't really care so much about arch-tempered stuff, but anyway, the reason why I haven't actually posted the full reaction to that stream is because I really, oh there you go, Heavenly Naga scale, but just casually getting that, of course. I get a lot of this stuff when I don't need it. It's like that in any Monster Hunter game, really. I had a feeling that was going to be a really small one, yeah. Anyway. So, what was I saying? Yeah, the reaction video that I originally recorded was... Yeah, you can see I did not even remotely prepare for this quest. But, yeah, it was really, really negative, so I decided not to post it because, you know, most of you people are probably quite keen on World, and I'm really, really not. I'm in a minority, I think, so... Yeah, I had a lot of negative things to say in that particular reaction video, so I didn't post the whole thing. I thought it would be better to speak a little bit more casually about it here, and that's what I'm doing. But anyway, that wasn't a very long hunt, so I'm tempted to actually... Fuck! I'm tempted to actually go right ahead and cut until I'm in the next hunt, because that might be a good idea. I'll see you guys there. And we are back with more Nargacuga, but as you can see I have decided to have a bit of a change of scenery here because Noguchi actually disconnected from the hall. So what ended up happening was I hosted a new quest for Nargacuga and then she or he, whoever, joined back and then joined that quest. So I thought that if we were going to do Nargacuga again, because this is a Nargacuga room, may as well have a change of scenery to avoid too much repetition. So I'm just going to host this hunt until they all eventually get over here. You can see they're taking their sweet time. Maiku can enjoy an awful connection teleporting Nargacuga for now, but once again I'll leave to allow someone else to host the quest once the rest come. But yeah, I'm using a different weapon as well just to further interrupt any... well, not interrupt, that's not really the word I'm looking for. To break up any monotony that might exist. So I'm going to go ahead and leave, let someone else host. It's pretty interesting that it works that way, because of course in all of the other Monster Hunter games after this one, including Portable Third, the host of the quest is the person who actually hosted the quest, right? The red player. But here it changes depending on the first person who entered the room. So, it's pretty bizarre. Anyway, I won't be able to do anything like cut tails here, but I'll be able to deal damage at the very least. Don't hit me, please, thank you. But yeah, I've been using the bow a lot. I have a pierce bow and scatter bow set. Scatter is essentially spread, so it just has a different name. Because that's what happened with the localization team for 3rd generation. They changed a lot of the translations that were made by this localization team. So, for instance, scatter became spread, and, well, there are a lot of examples, but that is a very relevant example, because I'm currently using a scatter bow right now. This is more or less the best fire scatter bow that exists. It's not the best fire bow necessarily, but it's definitely the best one that shoots scatter, so that's why I'm currently using it. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the bow for a while, but I've kind of decided that I like it. It's something a bit different to what I'm used to using, so I'm all good with it. But there is rapid bow, of course, that still exists, but I'm not too interested in that. There's something about rapid bow. It's a style of play that I'd prefer not to engage in, to be honest with you. Please get in the trap. Thank you very much. But yeah, Nargacuga is one of the better hunts in the game because it's a brand new monster for this particular game. You have Hypnoc and this monster. They are two rather well done fights compared to the other ones. The other ones are more or less just ported over from pretty much 1st generation, to be honest with you. So, yeah, even the ones from 2 DOS are not particularly great, but this very last hurrah of 2nd gen, everything that was new for this game is actually quite well done, and this is an example of that. This hunt still suffers a little bit at the hands of the quirky conventions of 2nd generation, but compared to the other hunts, it's pretty good. Missed the trap there. One thing that is good is a skill called Runner for bow sets. I'm not currently using that skill. Runner basically works the same as, I think it's Constitution. Basically, it allows you to charge at the cost of less stamina. It's actually quite considerable. It pretty much halves the stamina requirement, but I don't feel like it's too necessary. In this game, it's really difficult to get very good mixed sets for the simple reason that talismans do not exist. So it's only decorations, pretty much, and the actual armor pieces themselves with their skill points. So the number of skills that you can actually get in an armor set, especially specific skills that you want to have for that style of play, it's not as good as the later games as far as what you can actually possibly get. So I'd like to add something like Runner, but out of all these skills, I would say that Runner is the least beneficial. I just love Reckless Abandon. It gives you the opportunity to get off critical hits, because most of these weapons do not have affinities, so I find Reckless Abandon to be a very useful skill. But anyway, of course Reckless Abandon is Critical Eye. Or what's it called again? Yes, it is Critical Eye. Expert is the skill point. The skill point is still Expert in this game, actually. I'll show you that. You can see Expert, and then it is Reckless Abandon as the final skill, which was then in 3rd generation replaced to Critical Eye. But anyway, that's about it for this recording, I suppose. 2 short Nargacuga hunts. I won't subject you to more Nargacuga than that. I think you have had your fill of Nargacuga so far. Narga Scale Plus. I don't need that. That's a frickin' high rank material. Anyway, the Great Forest here is actually a really good area. It's one of the better areas. I have to say that for the most part, the areas from 1st generation are some of the best, except for the Old Jungle. Old Jungle can fuck off. That's an awful area. But the other ones, I quite like them. Old Volcano is very gritty and, I guess, simplistic in its design, but it does the job. And you have places like these that are just really nice, so I quite like it. I don't know if this is a 1st generation area or a 2-dose area. I can't really remember. But anyway, it's a good location regardless. Anyway, that's what is that? Brainstem. Regardless, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Random Hunts video for whichever Monster Hunter game I choose to play. It is once again part 52 for my video series, and it is the 11th of December 2018 as I'm recording this. I'll catch you guys later.